Right, welcome back to the weekly Boks Watch. The Springboks, well, they got it done against Scotland. It was a little bit ragged, and fair to say there were plenty of holes through the middle. There were holes everywhere.
That was such a good test match. And I think it's going to be something that maybe for the All Blacks, and I know like the South African team, it was obviously there's a lot of young players that were given an opportunity, but even for the South Africans, for those guys that were able to win a test match like that, when it got really, really tight and found a way, that's just going to build confidence for that group. But look, the way that the Scottish play, and we know that they'd like to play a high tempo, hold onto the ball a long time, but they went through the Springboks, through their hard defence a lot, especially in that last probably 10, 15 minutes. And if you are the All Blacks, it does show. If you can go through teams and being able to go through them with little offloads, good footwork, and being able to break them, that whole line speed that they're able to have, it's a lot more not calculated, and it's a lot more riskier if they are going to bring that line speed. So, but again, Scottish doing the Scottish things. Like if Steyn catches that ball in the 72nd minute, we're going probably all draw going in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But again, it's just that though, and I think even like Finn Russell as well, I think it was maybe in the last 5 minutes, they're playing on top of them. They've got another opportunity when Steyn's missed that opportunity, and he's throwing the ball into touch. It's just like it's just frustrating to watch because they do so well. They play so well, and you're looking at that's a great team to watch with what they do. But when it comes to the crunch time, consistently under Townsend's kind of era, they haven't been able to get the job done.
The impact they had in the middle, and you just got to look at their offload counter. It was I think triple that of the Springboks. Now I think a lot of those selections, because I didn't have a lot of intel on the players, so looking into them, a lot of them are the ones that have played really well in the URC, and it felt like they were getting rewards. So there was always going to be some clunkiness, but I think I haven't seen, I suppose, any team go through the Springboks, and it was almost like pop touch. They weren't even creating rucks, like they're popping it up or they were offloading as they're falling, and they just kept going up the middle, and then would find the space on the edge. But of their 10 turnovers, it's where and when. Like it's the last pass and you're going over, or the last kick
catch,
and you're going over. Like it's those 10 turnovers. If you just looked at it from a statistical point of view, you'd be like, oh, that's not too bad. But 8 of them were in the lead up to a try. That the scramble D of the Springboks in that sort of 12 minutes after, it was like up to about the 52nd minute, and then they went and scored 2 tries quickly, which really dented the confidence. But it was like, man, how are they not going over here? Like, and it was seriously impressive. I know like Skulk in the commentary was into them about their D, which because he wouldn't like seeing any Springbok side go up the middle. But man, there were some awesome moments in defence too, in a weird way, like their scramble, their ability to get back, their ability to force that error. There's still, and then it's just like, how deep is this roster? I was literally having to Google some players, and that's not out of disrespect. I just don't watch enough URC, and you're like, wow, like Papier, like,
and I'm not,
he hasn't played since
2018.
He's 29 years of age, and he has the ability, that midfield ruck, I think Schoeman and Fagerson, the 2 props, were in the sort of middle of the kick chase, and they absolutely launched at Visa, like just absolutely big hit on him. And I was like, oh, but man, he got that ball out. I think it's Papier.
That's how they name it.
And he got a quick pass out, and he knew those 2 had to fill. And he just waited, saw them almost go through the middle of the whack. Gone. And that's just such smarts. Like as a 9, he knew as soon as he saw them on the ground in that collision, he wasn't looking to pass it. And I just thought, man, that's why I was like, is this some young 9? And then when you see it, it's like, actually, no, he's just been out hustling, and they're giving him some reward.
Incredible that they've got as much depth at 9 as they do.
Well, then Williams comes on
and does his thing.
What I commend about Rassie, right? Scotland are a good team, right? And they had their top team, and he still wants to give these guys opportunities, young players opportunities against.
They
big
could easily have
test
been
matches.
lost.
It could have, and for that group, even though they were sitting comfortably, but to be able to find a way and just being able to hold on and score a try, to be able to Jesse Curra scores that try in the 77th minute to stop it. But like just building confidence, man. Like the All Blacks we probably just don't do that. Like, I don't think we would have gone against Scotland and putting in multiple changes of young guys that aren't proven in test matches.
What he did well was put in Pollard, put in Willemse, and pull in Creel and have those guys littered through, right?
Yeah.
They can just...
Peter Steph was just outrageous once again. Like, he is so good. Like, you just, even like in that first 5 minutes, opportunity missed. Scotland kicked to the corner. He gets up, disrupts it, and it's first thing's not straight. Like, he knocked it on, but the ref was like, first one's not straight. They go there, muscle the scrum, they're out. Yeah. Like, I don't know many guys that would be going 5 metres out against a pretty good mauling side. I'm going up.
Yeah.
But he gets that big play, and that's one of the 10 turnovers, where they're 5 minutes in. You score there, you've made a big dent. Nah, he disrupts it. It was totally that. The one thing is, though, they did target Pollard. Like, he tackled at 30%. He only made 3 out of 10. So a lot of the time, if they weren't going between defenders, he was either in the backfield missing a cover tackle, and I don't think they would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah.
From I suppose the ability to get in behind their defence. The Scots just went at him.
Yeah.
When he was around, they tried to make him tackle.
Even though, like, the result looked like they were shaky, if you were Russie, that's a big win, isn't it?
It's a huge win.
It's a huge win for the squad, and you'd be
100%.
so happy with everything that you learned from that.
It was 35-14 going into the last 15 minutes. Do you know what I mean? So, of course, I think, and the best thing sometimes as coaches, like, you can sit there saying 35-40, we're going to sit here comfortably, and like there'd be some really good things within that 65 minutes, but the fact that they came back, got real close, and probably they should have gone to a draw with Steyn if he scores that try in the 72nd minute, but then Jesse Creel to score that try in the 77th minute, to go through adversity for that group, like you just can't underestimate against a top quality side what that's going to do for that group. So, and like I said to you, like you don't really see anywhere else in the world getting opportunities against a very high quality Tier 1 nation team and giving these guys opportunities.
And you wouldn't say that bench as well was like, they were all pretty green.
Yeah.
There was no bomb squad, and that's where Scotland started to come back, which, as you're saying, like from Russie's point of view, you're probably going, oh, we won. They've learned a bit. There's quite 100%. A few clips that we can show them there that are the South African way. But the one thing that you can not ever question, whoever they put out, man, their desperation is second to none. Like, they do really...
I love the jersey, man.
They love it.
They love it, man.
Like, so how they didn't lose that game is beyond me for the amount of opportunity and ball they had. And then also I do want to, even though they had some struggles in defence, man, they were like 6 from 8 entries into the 22 coming away from points.
Yeah.
So like, again, they didn't actually get many opportunities, but they were very clinical at the attacking end.
So one moment that was really interesting, because I suppose it happened twice over the weekend. One with the Italian players, said Cannone? Cannone. He did the headbutt in the ruck where he was here and then he was up there. Then Ben Jason Dixon did the same thing, a second kind of attempt clean, and then went up and got a bit of a headbutt going on. What did you think of those incidents as far as ruck play and how it works?
Yeah, I think like the Ben Jason Dixon one for me was a player that's come on, getting an opportunity and really wanting to make an impact and get his body in. And the say that's where the players, backside was, and then the other Scottish players almost here.
Yeah.
And so he's looking up, and then he does try to do like a dolphin dive.
Yeah.
He gets it wrong.
Yeah.
Connects him in the head.
Yeah.
But for me, he was like trying to ruffle the breakdown, at least disrupt it and control it. But his dolphin dive needed to go a little bit deeper as he came up. That's when do you know what I mean? Like, whereas, and this may be true, he was getting held, Cannone.
Yeah.
He was being held in the ruck, but he's in the ruck, so that's okay. But it looked like it was a go towards the head. I know I'm making all these movements, which is great for the audio pod.
It's good.
It was like the head's going towards the other head, but you could see he was like saying, I was trying to get. But I think normally, as we've seen in history, if you're trying to get free, you might turn around and give a little boot or something, not really lead with your head.
Yeah.
So I think I think it was actually good that Dixon's was yellow card reviewed, not red, I think it would have been hard not to upgrade Konone's one. And that's not from a New Zealand bias point of view. It just looked like he was targeting the head.
Yeah.
I think it was good from Cam. Like he actually just didn't hurt him or anything. You know,
No, and I don't
sometimes you
think
can just
there wasn't
play
a
it
lot
off.
of force. I
No.
think it was intent that got the upgrade.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it definitely didn't rattle him.
No.
But whereas the reason why Dixon's, he just didn't have the intent. It was just clumsy.
Yeah.
You know, like a guy when you come off the bench and you want to make an impact, and it's like
Russian
trying to
blood.
keep the fire in your belly cool upstairs. I just think there was a lot of fire.
Yeah. And then after it happened, he went like, "Who, me?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I've been hard done by." I was
Yeah,
like, "Mate,
yeah.
you looked at him and then you headbutted him."
Because I know.
I think it's dolphin dive.
What?
I think the dolphin dive.
Yeah. Whereas Ben Jason Dixon, you felt like
That was the difference.
it was one of those things. Then, you had Ruben Love, who was carded off and came back on.
I've never ever seen that. Being able to have a yellow card.
I compared.
Come off
I thought that
and
was
come back
great
on.
reffing
Oh,
because
yeah.
it was horrible.
Yeah.
Even at the time, you could see it was knocked on first. Like he was genuinely into control, and I thought, man, that's a big tick
Yeah.
to all the officials out there to just go, actually, hold on a minute, just get back on here.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the scrum.
How funny was it seeing Ruben Love coming back on the field though, just laughing coming back on. But yeah, to Jipper's point, it was good to see the right call was made. But yeah, it was pretty funny seeing Ruben Love.
Oh,
Smiling
yeah.
over it. Never seen it. A yellow card go off, and then come back on.
I don't think anyone ever has.
Nah.
Normally, you just put your head in the sand and just go, oh, well, I got that one wrong. I actually liked that they went back.
There was a lot of referee chat over the last 2 weeks, actually. Like after getting used to Super Rugby and the approach of Super Rugby, going back to Test footy and seeing how staid it is and how long it takes.
I actually thought Morgan Turanui did a great job of explaining that frustration.
Yeah.
Like in his commentary, he was very specific. He goes, now I know that for a lot of our viewers, they'll be used to Super Rugby, but this is what's different, and this is why the TMO can interject and why he doesn't in Super Rugby. I know it's not ideal, but I think actually giving context probably simmers down the frustration.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's. I don't think you'd say any of them were unnecessary
Yeah.
in terms of interfering. It wasn't like it wasn't an incident.
Yeah.
Most of the time they've got it right. I think it's how far back is probably the challenging one, especially in the French Aussie game. It was a long way back,
Yeah.
and it was still the correct decision. Like I'd rather the correct decision,
Yeah.
but I can see how some people want the game to be moving that are unbiased fans and that are just enjoying footy.
I wanted to go out there and crack a beer for them all.
Yeah.
While they're having the conversations. Because some of the back and forths are quite funny. Like they're actually quite forceful back and forths.
And are they even listening to the TMO? Like, because
Yeah.
sometimes the three are talking,
Yeah.
TMO's talking, and I'm like, what am I listening to here? Why is no one listening to the TMO?
Yeah.
Isn't he the guy that's supposed to be telling?
Yeah, it was a weird.
Mind you, I've watched a lot of FIFA World Cup, so I feel like compared to the VAR situation, we're actually in a good spot.
Is that why you're so arrested? You've fallen asleep most of the way through the game?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're talking to a guy who left at halftime of an Auckland FC game.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. I love a good hype up, a good World Cup hype up.
Yeah. The Scottish did quite well with their set piece, I thought, as well. I mean, I know these are new combinations with the South Africans, but there weren't that many times where I felt like they got themselves into too much trouble.
No, the only set piece where, I suppose a couple of lineouts, the scrum, I think they held their own really well. Can we talk about the set piece of the kickoff with Venter?
Yeah.
Oh, running forward with him.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. And I was like, is he allowed to run forward? And then he just throws him on his way.
Yes.
There's Visa, I think, and it was the counter attack of all counter. Do you know how strong he must be? Like,
Yeah.
oh my God! Like, even if I just think from a weight point of view, 120, 125. Like, if you just put that on a bar
Yeah.
and just
And stabilize him because he was
Oh,
going back and then he had
I
him going
know.
back forward.
and
like
then throws him.
It's like a slingshot.
Oh my God! I was just like, holy dooly, like that. And then they went into the most amazing counter attack from there.
Yeah.
You could almost see the Scottish like, are you actually allowed to do that?
Yeah.
They're like looking around like, is this actually legal? I wonder what the actual like distance would be as how far you can actually take him before you have to let him down.
I would say if they kept walking him forward, they'd say free kick or something. I will categorically say if the rule says you can lift someone 60 metres and you can't be tackled, our game is stupid. Like, that is ridiculous.
Well, Ross is doing a bit of
to
research.
think. Like,
It can't be. It can't be.
That makes no sense, like, because you can't tackle him.
No.
Ball's in the air.
Nah.
You can't tackle the lifter.
Law 9.26 says, in open play, any player may lift or support a teammate. Players who do so must lower that player to the ground safely as soon as the ball is won by either team. There you
Brilliant.
go.
So should have been a
Thank God,
penalty.
our game is brilliant.
No, well, as soon
Nah,
as,
he
as, soon as
sort
he
of-
was safe, he brought him down, I suppose.
Yeah.
So he can't just drop him out of the sky.
No,
But,
Yeah.
because if
but
he
can he
did,
keep walking him forward though?
no,
But if
but no Scottish defender touched him.
yeah.
Like,
if-
if they were
yeah.
in the vicinity,
But if no one was touching him, kind of like what they were there, he can just keep going as far as he wants, theoretically.
no, because he goes once they've won the ball.
Ah.
So once he's won the ball, he has
Yeah.
to be brought down to ground safely.
But they didn't really do that.
No,
So
but there was
should
no
there
one
be a-
touched them.
But I'm saying if they don't touch them, can he keep just going forward?
No, because he's won the ball. What
Yeah.
Ross is saying is
Yeah.
when he lifted, he
Yeah.
actually fell over him.
Yeah.
And if he'd let go and said, "Oh, that's when he won the ball," he would have landed on his neck.
Yeah.
So he then brought him forward
Yeah.
whilst moving with the strongest core in the world and threw him.
Yeah. So you don't think he did it purposely? Once he got him going forward.
I think
to
they
let him go
both
forward?
realised we've gone too far.
Yeah.
I think, and then it was a quick
okay.
chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just glad that.
What is it?
I mean,
9.1?
there'd be no point playing.
9.26.
There'd be no point playing the game. You'd just go, okay, let's get a strongman comp and just win a World
Just
Cup.
carry them down the field. And South Africa would probably win that.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'd say so. I wouldn't have got much of a career.
And if that rule had been in place that you were allowed to carry, I can guarantee you that they would have done it at least once in the last couple of years.
100%.
They would have found a way, right? Yeah.
There's just no way.
I suppose to finish off this conversation, when you look at the Boks and what they did this week, and what they do heading into Wales, are we seeing more of the same? The Welsh are a weak outfit. Do the Boks once again go even deeper into their squad? They're now starting to play university players and things like, how deep are they going to go?
I'd say this is pretty deep.
Yeah.
But I think there'll be a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
Again, like I think some guys that were on the bench may start, but then they'll have some big figureheads, maybe like a Marks comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think
those sorts of
because I think they
players.
probably do need a bit of time playing the top team, right?
Because
Go-
the other
going
dogs
in.
don't. You know, it's like when McCaw would be out for a while, he comes back, he's 10
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
10. I think these guys are so good
Yeah.
and they've played so much footy. I don't think they need too
It's
many
not a
runs
bigger-
on the
yeah,
clock.
Yeah.
I
It's not a
think they
bigger
can
thing.
turn up test match day and be ready to
Yeah.
rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's how the All Blacks. That's where it was at in 2011 to 2015.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't. A lot of them had a lot of long-term injuries and stuff through Super or missed tests early.
Yes,
But
yeah.
when it came to the big games, they'd rattle them out.
And they appear similar, right, with that experienced group playing a lot of
Like,
lot of test
massively,
matches.
man.
Yeah, so that's actually a good point. Maybe they don't need it, and the rest actually.
I think
go to
they'll
camps.
play another inexperienced team
Yeah.
with some senior dogs around it.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing Rusty he'll probably put the team out tonight or not tonight.
He named
got-
it in the
he-
post-match press conference.
He probably would. That'll be his next thing.
Oh. Yeah.